Hi, everyone. I'm Devika, and I've been working in enterprise tech since last 5 years, currently at ServiceNow doing products, cross-portfolio product strategy. Oh, I think. Doing cross-portfolio product strategy, feeding whatever I'm learning on generative AI to the product teams and the platform team. So today I'll be talking about verticalization in generative AI. What is leading to the verticalization, or what is driving towards that, and discuss two models where I'm seeing verticalization. So if we look at generative AI, one of the key things about this technology is that it is democratizing access. And it's able to democratize this access simply by this way that this technology is accessible to a lot more people than other technologies in the past. Uh, so Gartner says that they identify this as one of the continuing trends in this year. So, what creates this opportunity? What creates generative AI more accessible? First is the availability of open source models and open source tools to create LLMs. So, it's not only that you have to pay to private LLM providers. There is an alternative of using these LLM technologies by using open source. Every few days we hear about advancements in open source, and a lot of countries, for example the UAE, is committing in building one of the largest open source models. So that makes it that this technology more accessible. Second is there are tools available that make generative AI accessible to non-technical users as well, to develop applications. So across the different levels of the stack, in the middleware level, there are a lot of tools that are coming up which allow users to build applications in generative AI, to, if they want to fine tune data or train these models with their own data, these applications can be used, and they don't need to necessarily have that level of high expertise as in the past you would need from that you would expect to build these generative AI or any other application. And finally, the access to the technology is not as time consuming. So if you look at other technology shifts in the past, for example, the cloud shift, one of the things that was differences here is that you can access this technology. So incumbents right now, so a Salesforce or a Adobe, all of these incumbents are able to embed generative AI into their applications at a really fast pace, versus if you compare to a cloud, in that technology shift, the incumbents did not have that advantage that they could move all their workloads from private data centers to onto cloud as soon as if you compare that to the advantages that a startup would have. The startups could build from the ground up, and they have that advantage. Here, it creates this sort of level playing field because incumbents can access this technology and are able to build and embed generative AI. So if generative AI creates this sort of level playing field, and there is data which says that most organizations are leveraging off the shelf generative AI solution, and off the shelf here means that they're using OpenAI, or they are using out of the box application software vendors. So if everybody is able to access this generative AI, what will create differentiation? So there are two models I want to talk about where differentiation is emerging. So, one is organizations are differentiating themselves from the type of unique use cases that they're adding and the proprietary data that they have access to. So, this is just an example of companies where they are training existing models with their own data and building use cases which allow them to offer differentiated value to customers. So just given we have limited time, I'll just go through Walmart's example, where Walmart talks about that they've built this generative AI app for shoppers. So using their data. So earlier you would go and you'll have to search that if there's a birthday party, you decide this is my list of 10 things, and you have to go through different aisles. Now you can use the shoppers app, which says help me plan a birthday party, and it will tell you which these are the commonly used bought items, and you can go to this aisle and this would be the price for that. And so this is for so the first one was for the organizations, how they are creating differentiation, how they are creating value. For startups, how they should be thinking about creating value or differentiation is through either some access to industry specific data, or they provide some sort of experiences that are differentiated, or bringing in any sorts of guardrails that provide for better governance. So embedding all of these experiences or governance or data will help them create differentiation, apart from also adding something industry specific. And just to wrap up, an example is one of the very upcoming startup in this space is Harvey, which is able to differentiate from other generative AI solutions that are coming up, because they are while they're using OpenAI, but it's all trained on legal data, and they're using customers' data when they're engaging with the customers to train those models. And some of the use cases that they're offering are specific to the legal space on contract analysis, litigation. So yeah, I just want to wrap up with this, that there are a few ways to create those differentiation or advantages. One is industry. If you're able to get access to some industry specific data, you're able to have differentiated use cases for that industry. Third, on creating governance or guardrails, which provide safety and privacy to the data. And the fourth is how the experience is delivered to the user. Thank you. And next up, we have Adrian.